Hi, my name is Omer Elrayah. I am a dentist, a Harvard Clinical Instructor, and the founder of RemoBrush, where we integrate modern technology, sustainability, and we make a toothbrush made from Miswak-infused technology. So we're the world's first Miswak-infused toothbrush, where we are tackling plastic waste and the dental health crisis to combat it in a more herbal, halal, and sustainable market.
That's very impressive. I can't stop saying how much impressed I am with the product. But how was your fundraising going from the start? How were you trying to meet with investors or raise capital before coming to this gathering today?
Via pitches. So I'm still new with all this. So the company has been around for less than 6 months, basically. And the way I've done it is by pitching. So I've gone to 3 major pitches. So one based in Boston, where I'm from, one in Las Vegas, and then now this one. So it's been nice. So it's always a learning curve. But I think with every pitch, you learn something different, and you learn a different perspective of how you should kind of navigate the business. But I kind of just Google it, do it online via LinkedIn, and that's how actually we got connected via LinkedIn.
Yeah. So what made you decide to join the tailored event and opt out for a tailored event with the club?
So Michael, he reached out, and I did a little bit of research about the club too, and it seemed like a really good opportunity, not only just to like meet people, but also the fact that it's a club that regularly meets with investors and entrepreneurs. So they have that kind of that network that's within the club, and I feel like building that network and that partnership is very critical, and it's something that is speaks a lot of volume about you specifically, of how much effort you put in the club. And then there was on the club on LinkedIn, there's other people that I was connected with, and asking them about their opinions on the club, and they had nothing but nice things to say. So it was great.
Wow, thank you so much for your nice words, Omer. And what was the gathering like for you today? What did you expect before coming to the gathering, and what was the reality?
So I've done 2 pitches, and the pitches themselves, it's every time I go, I add more stuff to the pitch deck, to the presentation, and so on. I felt really prepared for this one just based off the other 2 pitches that I've done, and I was expecting to go in, talk about the toothbrush itself, and then receive good criticism, and then also suggestions and tips. And then I think what I took away after the fact was with that. So I had some people who were asking me some really hard questions, which I was listing them down. Some people were giving me a lot of tips, a lot of avenues that I can take, and then some people had like really great opportunities that I didn't even think was going to be possible. So that all happened in the span of like 3 hours. So it was nice, and it was a lot of information you can kind of take on in just a short period of time.
Wow. And any new partnerships or prospective investments inside?
Yeah, I think so. The 3 that I've met today after, like with the break room, I really liked Mr. Williams's approach to bringing this into the Middle East area. So I'm going to be sending out some samples for him and his team to try out and see where we can go from there. Also, South Africa, I that wasn't on my radar in the beginning, but I can see how big of an underserved community that is in terms of oral care. So we can definitely take advantage of that. And he's also interested, and we're gonna see if we can send out some products. He's gonna hopefully get some products, test them out, and then after go from there. And then Ambush, who is really nice actually, who gave me a lot of insight perspectives on what I can be looking out for, and tips on how I can approach the pitch next time.
Mm-hmm. And plus, since you're sourcing the miswak from India, it would be
Yes.
only to sell the brushes in India and manufacture
Sure.
brushes in India.
True. Yes. Yeah. So that's also a very good point.
Right. And a final question, would you recommend JLC to startup founders? And what's one thing that you can say to someone who's considering joining a tailored event like that?
I would recommend it to startups for sure. I do think that the startups need to know who they're going to be looking for, and not just coming blindly and just hoping that they'll make a connection. I think if a startup understands who they're going to be looking for, how much money they're looking into, and then the ability to take in tips and suggestions. If you're within that category, then this is for sure something for you. And I do highly recommend it. Thank you, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. It was fun. It was a really good opportunity. I was so excited to start, and I think that I left with a lot of potential opportunities. And I look forward to kind of like growing and seeking out other possibilities as well.